Well. Welcome, everybody. We are, oops, still on. Let's turn that off. Good to have you all. Dead Chrome in the house over on Twitch, Phoenix Mercer. Today we're also streaming to YouTube. We got Has Agent, who was first and is now lurking. And let's scrolling all up. Steven Summers over on the YouTube side, switched over to the Twitch side. And there's already discussion in the chat talking about webcams. And yes, new webcams are better at keeping their settings. The face cam is okay, the Elgato face cam, but the Insta360 Link 2, Link 2C, and the OBSBot Tiny 2 Lite smash the face cam. I think they look great, and their feature set is actually really awesome. Got a text about dinner plans for later, so I gotta respond to that. What camera is this? This is my Sony A5100. It's a 1080p camera. It's actually cropped in a little bit, so it's not perfect looking for 1080p. So I've been wanting to upgrade it, but it's just not feasible for me to do so, especially because it still looks pretty good. It's got a Sigma 16mm f1.8 lens. It's a $400 lens. So we had the extra money at one point, and I was like, you know what? I'll throw it on there. Can you type it in chat? Sure. It's a mirrorless, yes. Sony A51 with Sigma 16mm f1.8 lens. There you go. Okay. Cool. So, Has Agent, if you're still around, I know you're lurking. I have it. I set it out. He needs this to plug additional power to the USB hub on his Stream Deck Plus that we added. There's gonna be a video on Has Agent setup coming soon, everybody, so make sure you stay tuned for that. It's about mapping your USB ports, because when you plug a bunch of stuff into your USB, it doesn't always work. And there are reasons for that, and we're gonna go over some of those reasons and what we've done in order to fix some of that stuff. I need to fix speaking of which, I need to fix Elgato over here. They don't make the A51. That's true. You want to get it on a website like mpb.com. You can get them secondhand. Even mine was secondhand. Oh. Camera Hub software doesn't want to work. That's cool. Let's kill it. Yeah. Okay, Elgato. Thank you. They're not always so great. Where's the... It's not even in here. I can't even relaunch it. That's cool. Hello, where are you? No? Okay. Camera Hub, there you are. End task. Found it. Sorry for the noises. Let's get this. Yeah, you want to know this? Yes, it is very useful information. I'll show you guys really quickly what I have in store, because I'm also going to be going over how I mapped my USB ports. So I'll show you guys what I mean by that right now. Let me open this picture. And let's see. Let's get this picture going. Let me know if the music is too loud, you guys. I have it really low. Anyways, so go to desktop over here, and this is how I've mapped my USB port. Music is good, thank you. My USB ports are mapped like this, and I've even drawn a diagram that shows you what's supposed to plug into where, so that when I move my computer out to clean it, do maintenance or whatever, and then put it back, I know where to plug things in. And that way everything stays working. So I found out which groups of USB ports are on their own controller, mapped them here, and I used a program called USB Tree View. And USB Tree View is this, which is not as pretty looking, right? So I talk a little bit about how to use this. And as you can see here, if I boil this list down to controllers, my computer has 3. And this is not going to be the same for every computer out there. So there's going to be a scenario with Has Agent where he only had 1 controller, and we had to add a controller in order to get his stuff working again. And then I talk about the scenario with my computer where I had 3, but they're all on the computer, front and back, and I don't know which ones belong on which controller. And thus, this was born. So stay tuned for that video. It's done being edited. We need to work on thumbnails and all that stuff. So it'll be this week. I'm glad you're excited for it, Chrome. All right. So as far as the topic of the stream, let's switch on over. Not to use. Huh. Weird. Looks like I just ran into a USB issue because of this capture card I'm testing out. We'll fix that right now. Chris McGraw in the house. What's up? Now we got the Versati Go working. All right, we're back. Okay. This one, the Ide Cooling, the Blitz X4. Yeah, it's a 3 heat pipe, and I wish it was $10, probably because the RGB fan and the design of it, with it being a flat top instead of just exposed heat pipe ends, make it $20. But for $20 nowadays, it's not bad. And it's basically just going in place of a stock Intel cooler. It's just 9th gen. The computer it's going to be going into has an i7 9700. I'm not in focus. Come on, camera. Hello, I'm right here. It's a little too bright, so I'm going to turn the light off. Oh yeah, that looks way better. Okay. But before we get to the cooler install, I just want to talk a little bit about Avermedia's new capture card. This is a relaunch. This is the Live Gamer Ultra S, and I have it right here. The camera, my Canon EOS M6 Mark II with the Sigma 18-35 f1.8 lens, outputting in 4K to this guy. Being a little bright, a little too bright is better than being a little dim. I think right now it's still bright enough. I think it looks good. But I agree with your statement overall. Yeah, there we go. I was getting there. So let me hold this up for you guys. You guys are watching me through my camera into this capture card. It's USB'd over into my hub, and that's routed all the way to my computer over there. And hey, what do you know? It works. It was plug and play. It was nice and easy. Camera's outputting 4K. This can take in It can capture, actually, let's go over it. It can capture 4K 60, 1440p 144, 1080p 240 hertz. It could also do 1440p at 30 FPS in HDR and 1080p 60 in HDR. So, but importantly, because it does have an output as well, an HDMI output, it can pass through 4K 60 at variable refresh rate. So if you use FreeSync or G-Sync, you will be able to maintain usage of that. In the older days, capture cards couldn't pass through variable refresh rate. Now they can, and this is one of them. So like I said, 4K 60 pass through with HDR and variable refresh, 1440p 144 HDR and variable refresh rate pass through, and 1080p 240 HDR and variable refresh rate pass through. So basically this can cover everything you would want to use it for in terms of pass through and capture, unless you want to be some crazy person to do like 1440p 120, but nobody really does that. As far as capture goes, 1080p 240 is oh man, that's awesome already. You get some really good slow-mo shots that way, and if you're max quality, 4K 60, awesome. Now what's interesting about it, because I'm actually a fan of the Avermedia capture cards, but specifically my favorite one is the Live Gamer Extreme 3, because that one has 3.5mm jacks. It has a line in and a line out, and the line out is key to making some capture cards work seamlessly in 2PC stream setups. This one doesn't have that, but it does have better capture capabilities. So, you know, that's why product lines exist. Some can do things others can't. And this one from Avermedia is probably just their newest offering, Live Gamer Ultra S. So, yeah. Console capture, TV pass through, all that sort of stuff. But as you can see, 4K from a camera works great for that too, and it looks great. It's a $130 capture card, which is about par for the course for a capture card of this quality, name brand, and its capabilities. We'll be testing it out with some other stuff in a little bit, but let's get to the cooler install. Better than the only capture card I have, a Pinnacle. Whoa, it's Pinnacle, man. You're good. That's take me back. It's a capture card and nearly 20 years old, RCA VGA ports and prehistoric airports. Yeah, but I mean, you can, if it still works, you can use that thing to capture VCR. You know what I mean? Like you can run a small little side business, digitizing people's VHS tapes, stuff like that. So I'll leave this in frame, like right here, right there, so you guys can see it now. And for who was it? Phoenix? Were you asking about the webcams earlier over on Twitch, or is that Dead Chrome that was asking? No, it was both of you guys talking about it, but Phoenix was one asking specifically. What you're seeing here in my top camera is the Insta360 Link 2C. That's the Link 2C, and as you can see, look at that autofocus and clarity, even though it is a smaller little box down there. Nice, he said. Bam. Ba-bam. Ba-bam, bam, ba-bam. If you want to see it all the way, I'll show you that too. Oh, a little crooked. But you get the idea. So this is the cooler we're going to be installing today, replacing a Intel stock cooler, and it's going in a case that has no RGB, so at least this will give it like a sign of life when you turn it on, because right now you can barely tell when I turn that thing on. Okay, we'll put that Yeah, right there. Oh, kind of. There we go. We'll just stick it off to the side like that. Okay, so let's grab that case and let's get this cooler installed. Perfect. Yeah, I can use it to play old consoles there, but I have not done it in 10 years. So last time I used a backed up old videotape and still worked fine. That's good. I like to hear it. So what we're going to do, because my desk is on electric sit stand stuff, I can bring it down so I can work on this a little easier. Okay, let's take this panel off. So it's difficult to take the panel off when it's okay. I gotta push it all the way in, and it gives me enough of an edge. Yes. There we are. Let me see if I can just reorient this so it's in front of me. I don't have to really reach over, and you guys still have a view of the cooler right there. Okay. Sweet. Let's remove this stock cooler, please. Oh no. Oh no, I routed the cable and I can't get it out without undoing it from the back. Oh, little oh me. Mistakes. Well, I mean, I didn't expect for this to have to do that, so. They just don't build them like they used to. 20 years and it's still kicking. Love it. If you guys wanted to check out the capture card, by the way, that I'm using right now with the camera, it is linked in the YouTube description. You can find out if you're watching on Twitch. All our links are if you do ! support. If you're watching on YouTube, just go to the description down below. Okay, cool. We're back. This is a big case, right? Okay, so let's pop the stock cooler out here. I like using the flathead thing to turn the I guess the locks on it. It's a very stormtroopery of a build, at least on the inside. On the outside, the silver is more like, is it Phasma, Captain Phasma, the Chrome Girl? Okay, should be able to pull it out now. And I can continue using this cooler as my troubleshooting cooler for these platforms. Whoa, it's like locked in there still. It's sealed up to the thermal paste really good. There we go. Bam. I'll have to clean that up for now and set it off to the side. Get some of this. It's still, I should need alcohol for it because it is still like it's fresh. I only put this thermal paste on next week or last week. At $20, I guess it's a bit less than I paid for my Deepcool K620 Zero Dark. I got it at launch, well before they got banned. Oh yeah, I actually wanted to use a Deepcool AIO that I have on this, an old one, again, well before they got banned. It's a Deepcool Captain 240EX, but this case wasn't very accommodating for an AIO, and I did not want to mount it in the front of the case because, as you can see, where's airflow? There's a vent on the side. Like, there's a vent this wide on the side of it, maybe like 2 inches. So the air would literally have to travel through that small vent, make a 90-degree turn in order to feed an AIO. No thanks. That's not good. This case does have good airflow. It is just not meant for a front mount fan or AIO configuration. And that's why you guys can see I have 2 fans right here, because it has good intake right here in this little opening. So it's going to breathe air in from the bottom. One of the fans directly feeds the GPU, and this fan should at least push air up to where it will feed the CPU cooler and then exhaust it out the back. So it's not a bad design, it's just a different design. Yeah, AM4 does do that. I made sure when I installed my brother's 5700X3D in our video from like a couple weeks back that I benchmarked it before, which warmed it up, and then when I turned his computer off and pulled the cooler off of it, just came off like normal. No problem. I will probably need to do a backplate for this CPU cooler, which means I will probably be standing this up or otherwise flipping it back over. Okay, here is the fan for the cooler. Put that there. There's the cooler itself, my friends. One of the things I really like about this is that it has this cap on the end of it. It's a 4 heat pipe. There we go. I like to see that. It's a 4 heat pipe cooler. I like it. But I like that they do the cap, and the cap also lights up RGB, so we'll be probably connecting that with the fan, maybe. The fan probably has a daisy chain for it. And then there we go. Oh, it's a little bent. Took a small little damage. Let me fix that real quick. Fins being bent, not a big deal. At least it's easy to fix. I mean, it's inside the thing, so that could have just been handling right when it was getting packaged. There we go. And you will never know. LTT screwdriver? Yes, sir. This is the Creator Edition one, too. Not that it's any different. It just means that it launched with the blue accents that you see on it. Okay. So, mounting hardware. Yep, there's the backplate. Installation guide. The IDE cooling tower I saw most used is the SR7, I believe, and also has heat pipes with no RGB. Yeah. Again, I mean, this is not a high power processor. It's the I done goofed something over here. Okay, there we go. Back over there. It's a 9700. It's a i7 9700. So it's 8 cores, 8 threads. It's not like the 9900K. That's a heat beast. So a 4 heat pipe cooler should be plenty for it. Okay. Let's see. Intel. Okay, so it's the same bracket for Intel or AMD when it comes to these guys, but I need the backplate so I can put the posts. It's just that the inside is pretty equal to AMD stock cooler. This one? Oh, but you mean like the AMD Wraith Prism? That's a good cooler. I like that. Yes, okay, so 11.5X are the inside holes. Actually, all the Intel is the inside holes of this. And Oh, okay. Now Gamers Nexus is live too, huh? Right. So you see that? There's inside holes and there's outside holes. Inside holes are Intel, but better than Intel stock cooler. Yes, sir. Even though this was an Intel stock cooler with the slug, the copper slug, you can see it in there. But yeah, like, look how measly that is. Yeah, okay, so it's backplate, standoffs, brackets, screw it down. Oh boy. Right, I see the fan clips. Okay, backplate. Yeah, it looks like it just goes. Alright, let's lift this guy up and put the backplate on. I wish there was somewhere better to grab here. Why did I just have that? Looks like I need the inside. Need to place. There we go. Pre-position the screw mounts on the bracket. Well, they're in place, but Gian's going live. Kill a 5090 burned itself. I'll see. Hopefully, we can do like a live stream redirect when I'm done. Maybe we can sort of YouTube braid them. Okay, so I need black standoffs that are here. Oh boy, I hate when I have to do this. Stay put. So some of these back plates, they have like double-sided adhesive, so that when you put them on, you don't need to hold them on, and you don't need to get weird with it. I have to get weird with this one. It doesn't have any double-sided tape to hold it. It's not a huge deal, but you know, it is what it is. So I'll use a little electrical tape. Do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Bam, that's all I need. Just a little piece. Now I can put on the pieces that I need to hold it. Then I can take the electrical tape off. Is it fat side down? I mean, I suppose it only goes one way. Let me see. GPU gets so hot nowadays, I'm thinking about make a winter. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like it's rougher thread down. I'll be able to lay the case back down for you guys to see in just a second. Let's get this electrical tape off. But $3,500 a bit much. Yeah, the high-end ones I don't even consider like for the people anymore. It's literally just like showcase stuff. Okay, backplate's good. I mean, there are special cases for them where it makes sense for your normal gamer, but for the most part, no. I want to see like a breakdown of owners, like what percent. I don't know, what percent of sales does that make up for NVIDIA, maybe? the 90s series. Because obviously, like, you can talk about 4090, 5090 all day long, but Steam Hardware Survey don't lie. 1060 and 1660 and stuff like that is like the reigning champion in terms of numbers, you know what I mean? Okay, now you guys can see a bit better. Okay. Cool. Alright, those are in. Most people should be happy with like a 5070 or 5060 12 gig RAM to play. Yeah, I agree. Especially nowadays with DLSS, you can just turn that on. That looks like D. I guess it should be like that. Yeah, like that. Okay, so that will go like that, which means I need to mount the fan brackets like this. Come on. Okay, a little test fitting action right now. Yep, that'll do it. So, judging by the look of this, I need to lock this in before I put the fan on it. So that means it's time for thermal paste. $40 gigabits USB 4 would be nice. Yeah, but none of the stuff here actually supports it. So it's like I'm still stuck using the same lanes of the freeway, if you know what I'm talking about. Even though the freeway was wider on a USB, like it would be on a USB 4 bus, it doesn't mean anything if the devices can only use the USB 3 bandwidth. I'm gonna need a new tube of MX4 in here. This did come with its own, so I'll probably go and stick that with my stuff. Ooh, look at that. Nice and shiny. You love to see it. Come on. Focus over there too. There you are. Look at that. I see that. You took the sticker off. Been wondering how long my i9 1200K will last. Oh yeah, that's got a long life ahead of it. Yes sir, we're putting this down. Fancy and shiny, exactly. Okay. Should have went with DDR5 motherboard and RAM when I built my PC. My one fan still doesn't light up, but it spins. Oh, jeez. Corsair. I keep hearing that happens with their stuff. Fancy and shiny. Okay, that's on there. We're mounted, but now we have to add the fan. Wow, I'm shocked. Oh, there we go. I was wondering where the daisy chain connector was. It's right there on the fan. Perfect. Okay, so we go this way. Nice. We got clips for this. The commander node works, but the lighting node pro doesn't. It's just weird. Why do they have so many systems for it, you know? We are even set up for push-pull. They give you extra clips for it. If we wanted to add another fan to the back of this, for example. Not necessary, though. Okay, I want you this. Yeah. Okay. Hey, stay in there. Okay. Alright, we'll just snap the boy in. Clears the RAM. That's good. Classic fan clip. Okay, so we need to. This is where it's going to get a little awkward because I couldn't plug in the RGB for the top unless I have it down here, and I need a little extra light for that. Are you getting a 5090 or 5080? Probably not happening. I'm still good with my 3080, and I'm a 1080p gamer guy because I love me my high refresh and I love for my hardware to last a long time, and so that's where I'm at. Ooh, this is going to be super awkward to plug in. So I need to mount a light right here so I can like spotlight stuff. I need to take my watch off. This is just blocking me out. Oh. Let's lower this a bit more. I could play at 1440. Yeah, I mean, if you play at 1440, but you want over 140 FPS and everything, you probably need something strong. And that's why I'm still a proponent of 1080p. Still looks good. People are a little too picky about that stuff. No need to overconsume anyways. Welcome to the stream. I had a 10700 3070 and downgraded to the Xeon 1070 because I realized I'm only playing Valorant and Marvel Rivals. You can run those in literally anything. Rivals is a little weird though. It should be able to run on everything, but it acts funky sometimes. But no, you have a point. So you just sold it, pocketed the difference. Oh, okay. I need littler fingers for this. I couldn't have plugged it in before because I couldn't have done it without the fan getting installed first. So then now I'm kind of stuck. Or I could just plug it into the other. Let me see. It's an incredibly short, like, split jumper kind of deal. Ooh, almost had it. Yeah, I built that system for 1400 in 2021, sold in March for 1000, so not too bad. Yeah, you got to use it for a little while, and you didn't lose too much on it, and then you pocketed a big old difference. E5 2697 V3, and it, ooh, nice. That's a nice Xeon config, man. I'm a big Xeon guy. Okay, so what I need to do is trick this up like this. This is my only gripe with this cooler then, is that they made the little jumper guy too short. I could unroute it from its routing right now, but I mean, like, I'm trying to install it the way that it's meant to go, so. Alright, I have it on the pins. Come on, line up now. I'm gonna have to undo it from its routing. Maybe can't throw it. Be back. Yeah, it's like it's too short. I can't even get it onto the fan header that's literally next to it. Yeah, that's going to be the way to go. Come on, plug in. Actually, I don't like that I did it like that. Let's undo that one more time. Because I could still route it, kinda. Okay. Okay. Route it. Damn it. Elbowed that thing. Where'd the cable go? Okay. Come on, buddy. Now it's trying to hide from me. There we go. That should be enough length, I think. It keeps running away from me because the new routing is pushing it a different way. There we go. Now it is plugged in. Huzzah! Okay, let's pull the cable out to the back of the case, and then we will be plugging in the computer to the capture card to see its booting. Oh, my fingies! Ow, it got mine. It's upside down. Okay, not upside down, but not correct. There we go. Let's get a cable back in here to cable tie. That is way too much of a cable tie, but you know what? It's okay. All right, I'm happy with that. Donk. Sorry, guys. Wake up. Alright, we'll leave the case panel off so we can witness this thing. Let's pull this back up. Right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now So stay with me. Let me get a power cable into it first. Power cable is BRB pizza delivery. What kind of pizza? What's the toppings? Is it deep dish? Thin crust? Give me the deets. And we're in an additional test for this capture card, we're gonna see capture a computer. So actually, let me switch to the bigger overhead. That way I can come off the camera. I'm actually going to lay this down because we can't actually see it. Look at that. Skull in the house. I just swapped a 2600X out of a Nobra capture PC for a 5500 I had lying around after I played with the 5700XG. In the mint. Ooh. Hardware. Love it. New cooler. Looks nice in here. Let's turn the light off. You guys can actually see how it looks this way. I'll be overhead. You love to see it. All right, now let's switch back and see if it's capturing. Kaboom! We are in Windows. This computer has successfully booted. Let's throw a quick like benchmark at it and see what kind of temps we're getting. So I'm actually like using it through OBS right now. So let's see, do I have anything on there? Maybe in the downloads folder, I got, I probably have hardware info, hardware monitor. Okay. And in case anybody's wondering, the capture card that you see right here is what's being used to capture this computer into the stream live. All cores can hit 4.7 gigahertz. Yes, yes. Temperatures, not on that. I don't want that. Not that, not on that. I'm not worried about that one. Here we go. 41, 43 idle. Sorry, that's the max currently. It's idling at around 31, 32. That looks like we have a successful CPU thing. Let me see if I can get CPU-Z real quick, and then we'll run the quick little benchmark on CPU-Z. Oh, needs internet. 1 second. Oh, you guys can't see this part. The funny part is I can't see it either. All right, let's find it. Yo, Stone in the house. All right, let's get CPU Z. Perfect, perfect. And those of you hanging out again on stream, we are capturing this computer. After using this capture card, this Avermedia Live Gamer Ultra S that they just re-released, upgraded, after using it to capture my 4K 30 mirrorless camera for the duration of the stream while we installed the CPU cooler, now we've switched to using it with a computer. And seamless, dude, seamless. You guys are seeing what I'm seeing, because I only have this, I don't have it connected to a monitor or anything. I'm watching this through OBS as it's capturing. Alright, let's run this little benchmark in here. And we can see the temperatures right here on the left. I will go to cores. I'll highlight package. Okay, so I can't highlight it, but I'll go to bench right here. So we have an i7 9700, as you guys can see. How long till you know if you got a good amount of paste? Oh, I mean, there's paste that doesn't need to cure anymore, so it just works pretty much right away. As long as your temps don't go over instantly. Like the ambient temps I'm getting on it, idly rather, it already tells me it's good. So let's see here, CPU multi-thread, stress. We instantly shot up to the 50s. Okay, but we're not really, okay, we broke 60 on one core. Like, see, this is how I know we're good. Like, it didn't immediately spike. It is holding and now only climbing steadily, slowly. We're barely getting to 61 on some cores. Let that, this will just go as long as I want it to. So it looks like it's leveled off, or it's changing something with the benchmark or something, because it's down back down to 51 50C. So if we want to see how much we're stressing it, let me see up here. CPU is showing 100%, and we're only in the mid 50s. Yeah, 100% utilization on there, on all cores. Holding 4 gigahertz with all cores loaded. And we're holding mid 50s. We have success, my friends. With a peak of the early 60s. It dropped from 4.2 to 4. That's normal, because turbo bins for CPUs, as more cores are loaded, less the frequency comes down a little bit. See, like this is a 65 watt processor, and it can at moments shoot up in power. So as you can see here, it very shortly gave it 200 watts, and then the power max PL1 setting is 65 watts. That is what it's designed for. This i7 9700. It's not a K SKU, and now it's hanging around. If we're watching this value, it's hanging around 65 watts. So this is it. This is as hot as it gets. Unless it can spike above it, but it only does that in short intervals, especially why I call it short power max. Yeah. So I'll show you here. Let me see if I can find it. i7 9700 boost bins. I'm not sure if we'll find it there or there. Let's see. Max Turbo 8 active cores is should be 4.5. I don't know about that. That doesn't sound right to me. Yeah, sticking to TDP. If it was able to go outside of TDP, it could probably maintain it. See, this right here says 4.4 gigahertz for all cores, but I'm not sure if that's for the 9700 non-K, even though that's what they asked here. Maybe there's multi-core enhancement or something I can set on the motherboard, but it makes sense to me that it goes down to 4. Let's see, solid state settings, extend use of turbo boost. Yeah, it's going to be some BIOS things for clock. Something I'll have to investigate, but as far as I know now, it is doing great. Let's see, the turbo bins. Maybe I should learn how to spell. Yeah. What are the clocks right now? Yep. 4 gigahertz. Bouncing around. It jumped to 4.1 for a second, so. But we're still only at 65 watts. So if anything, we're power limited right now, and that's why it's dropping it. But again, that's at the TDP design of the processor. So let's go ahead and stop this. That is a success for me. And we're shutting it down. And we're back. Okay, cool. Successful test of the capture card. Again, that's the Avermedia Live Gamer Ultra S. So if you guys haven't already and we're interested in checking it out, there it is. And YouTube chat, I'll give that to you guys right now. There it is right there. That worked for my camera. That worked for the computer. That's pretty good. That's the majority of use cases that people will use that capture card with, and I had no issues with it. Plug and play. The only issues with the little freezy stuff that I had is more than likely down to my USB configuration. I immediately had a USB bandwidth issue, which I run at the very limit of my stuff, so I'm not holding it against it. Other Avermedia capture cards that I use work no problem. They work amazingly. So if you're interested in checking out a capture card, that's the new one from Avermedia. If you like the cooler as well, let me give you guys a link to that. Tide Cooling Blitz X4. It's a good value. It's a good value for heat pipe cooler. So here's the link to that. And with that, I've got dinner plans with the family, so I will be catching you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this stream. Success with the cooler install. We have a new video coming out about mapping your USB for USB bandwidth tomorrow. Not tomorrow, this week. We got to work on it soon though. Derek said, off topic, I have an X99 platform, but what would you suggest for the best all-around CPU to put into it? You have a 6750K right now already. You're kind of at the top of it with that 6750K ARC. We'll look that up really fast. I got a 6850K. That's weird. Which would be 6-core 12 thread, 3.8 to 4 gigahertz. Was that Broadwell? Broadwell. Yep. Okay. Xeon E5 16. I mean, you want to go a little bit more on cores. 2667 V4 maybe. Doesn't go to 4 gigahertz though. It's hard to say because you can go with the 1660 V4. Yeah, 8-core 16 thread on this. You're not going to get much performance difference. You might get more cores, but you won't get much more CPU frequency. You're kind of doing good in terms of frequency with that one, but if you needed a few more cores, then it's E5 1660 V4 is probably going to be the good one, and they're cheap on eBay. And you can probably even overclock the 1660 V4 if you have an X99 board that can do overclocking. E5 1660 V4 unlocked. Multiplier. I do believe it is. It says no, but you might want to look into what you can overclock as a Xeon on that one. I thought you could overclock that one. That said, there you go. Good luck. Thank you all for stopping by and hanging out. For those of you on Twitch, I'm going to send you over to my brother. And for those of you on YouTube, I'm not entirely sure. Let me see here. Live redirect. No. Okay, well, whatever. I'll send you guys too. He's playing Marvel Rivals right now. He's streaming. He's trying to make streaming happen. So for those of you on YouTube, please go and show my brother some love. There's a link. Catch you all next time.